Well, my name is David, and pretty much the name of my business is Virginia Home Services, and the services that we provide is like general home remodeling, like kitchens, bathrooms, and we got our Class A license, so we're able to build homes from the ground up as of this point. But my main bread and butter, I work with insurance companies to help homeowners get like their claims approved and stuff for such things as like wind, hail, fire, mold, like all those sorts of things. But it mainly like revolves around roofing, especially in this area.
Got it.
Hmm.
Thanks. Yeah. And then you've been in business since 2010 and you've owned it for the past 2 years and you worked with your dad since you were 11. Can you talk to me about that?
Yeah. So working with my dad, he honestly he's the man that really taught me everything about the business. I started off as like his translator because I'm a first generation immigrant, and my parents came here from El Salvador, so I would always have like to like translate for customers and everything. And at that point, I was just like his tool grabber. I would go and get the tool boy,
Yeah.
and then, like as the years went by, he started teaching me the trades, how to do like drywall, painting, and all sorts of things. And I was able to like actually start putting some skin in the game at a really young age. Like he taught me work ethic, which honestly I can't thank him enough for because it's gotten me to where I am now.
Absolutely.
And then like later on, once I got out of high school, one of our family friends actually introduced me into the roofing industry, and that's where I learned how to do like the insurance claims and the insurance sales. And I honestly had a blast with that. And I worked at a couple different companies for a couple different years. Helped build a couple different teams. And after a while and gaining the experience and the knowledge that I needed, I was like, all right, I've already helped out so many different people. At this point, it's time to help out myself and be able to help out my family as well too. And that's when I went back into business with my dad in 2020 after losing my job like right before COVID.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was really hard, and I started off in my parents like back in my room at my parents' house and everything. And like I just built everything from the ground up. I built our website. I started knocking.
Wow.
Yeah, I started knocking doors. Like I spent months on end just like trying to like do everything
The
and
hustle,
yeah, rebrand because I was like I've worked so hard for everybody else. Why not do it for
for
ourselves
yourself.
at this point?
Yeah.
And then just recently, a couple of years ago, he transferred. We got our Class A license, and at that point, my dad was like, "Listen, you're the one who wants to build houses. You have this crazy dream of going all 50 states. I personally just want to like stay local and be like a local repairman." And he was like, "I'm gonna let you take care of the business, and you can deal with all those big projects and everything." Because he's like, quite honestly, that's just a lot for me. You're young, you still have like the energy for it, and I'm here today.
That's awesome. Yeah, I
Yeah.
like that you're very ambitious. Even your dad's like, you know what, you take over that part. I just want to be local. So that's great. That's awesome that you're very ambitious and you're hoping to move the company forward to all 50 states. I think that's awesome.
Yeah,
So,
I mean, there's roofs in every single state, so there's houses in every single state, so there's always
exactly.
going to be business.
Yes. How many employees do you currently have?
So as of right now, I just had to have a little reset this past year.
Hmm.
So I had to let go of my team of about seven.
Oh,
I,
wow.
I had some sales guys and everything, and I just kind of had to restructure everything
Yeah.
because we were able to like ramp up quickly. But again, I'm a first time business owner, so I'm learning in the process, and I had my trials and tribulations along the way. And at this point, I feel like I'm at a great point where I can restructure and rebuild my team.
Yeah. That's awesome.
Hmm.
And now, as a family owned business, how do you balance professional and personal relationships, and what unique advantages does this structure bring to your clients?
Okay, so being that we're family, it's super easy to be able to like work with one another and communicate. Like there's like as long as there's transparency and communication, everything can be resolved. Like if it's not my dad, like my mom will step in sometimes. If it's not my mom, it'll be like my girlfriend. Like it's a combination. Like it's a team effort at the end of the day. And as long as we have that communication and transparency with one another, like it's really easy to be able to maintain the company and be able to do everything that we got to do
Yeah.
on the back end. And how it translates into our customers is they love seeing family owned businesses. Like they always root for them. because at the end of the day, they're tired of getting burnt out by like the big guys,
Yeah.
and that's where I'm able to like make more of a connection with them. And I've worked actually in Loudoun County a lot. I've done over like 100 roofs here
Oh wow.
in
Yeah.
in this area, and I've like met a lot of families. So like being able to have my own family dynamic and my family business, like I'm able to understand people's situations and what's it called, empathize with them
Yeah.
a whole lot more, and be able to
Absolutely.
be more flexible with them. And that's what's honestly been able to help me create an awesome referral chain over the past couple of years.
For sure. No, that's awesome. Um, being described as the Swiss Army knife of contractors, how do you ensure top quality workmanship across such a wide range of services, from remodeling to roofing and repairs?
Yeah, so this is where a lot of people ask me, hey, why don't you just focus on one thing? Like with the roofing aspect of it, like roofing is very big in the United States. It's one of like the top money makers. And like they're like, why don't you just go in on one thing and just focus on one thing? And I'm just like, listen, I love being able to do that, but with the background that I have with my father and like being able to like have been able to walk through remodels, been able to like talk to all the different subcontractors, be able to translate and communicate for my father, that really has taught me and put into my mind that there is a proper way to do it and a proper way to balance all these different trades.
Yeah.
There's systems to put in place. There's the right people to put in place. And honestly, with a lot of like my subcontractors that I work with, they're family friends, and like we just help each other out. And we've worked for so long together that I know they're gonna do a quality job.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, I know I'll be seeing them at the family parties and everything. So we
Yeah.
want to be able to make sure to take care of one another. That way, it doesn't only benefit myself and my father, it benefits all our subcontractors as well too.
Absolutely.
And that being said, I do have like checklists for projects. I have like a certain list that the insurance company asks for, certain photos and stuff that if I'm not doing and making sure I take care of, I'm not getting paid.
Yeah.
So that's why like quality control, communication, and again, transparency and being able to work together as a team is really
Yeah.
important.
Yeah. No, you're absolutely right about that. You're aiming to expand and create more jobs in the DMV area. How do you approach community involvement, and what impact has your growth had on local employment?
So, like I had mentioned, that team of seven that I had built, they were all like friends that I had recruited over the past couple of years that I had worked with at other companies. They got burnt out of the industry, and I was like, hey, listen, I want to be able to help you guys out. I want to be able to lend you a helping hand. By helping me out, I want to be able to help you guys out because I want to be able to have you guys be able to open up your own businesses one day. Because if I'm trying to go all 50 states, I know I can't do it alone. So like I made sure to like invest a lot of resources into my guys. And whenever I'm out in the community, like the parents always be like, "Oh, look, son, he's out here working, knocking doors. Why don't you get out there?" And that's how I'm able to, be able to get some referrals. That's how I've gotten some of my sales guys in the past as well too.
Yeah.
And my goal for after this restructure that I have planned for 2025, in 2026, I want to start putting ads on Indeed and everywhere, and just start recruiting good people and be able to put them through the process. Because my whole goal with this 50 states thing is to be able to also have, not, I don't want employees, I want to be able to create business owners, that way they can help out their local communities in each state as well too. That way everybody gets a cut of the pie and everybody's able to prosper.
That's awesome. I think that's such a wonderful goal to have. Thanks for sharing that.
hmm
And now, what are some significant challenges you faced in the home services industry, and how have they shaped your business practices today?
So these past 5 years since COVID started, it's just been able to keep up with like the production side of it, because as you know, materials over the past couple of years, they've just been fluctuating up, down, left, right, sideways at this point.
Yep.
Like you never know, and projects are changing on a daily basis. So that's why I make sure to use like the same softwares the insurance companies use,
Mm,
because they have like a standard for like your local labor and materials costs as to how much it's supposed to be. So I try to keep myself as like well informed on all the price increases and everything. That way I can translate that into my business and translate that over into my customers and be able to be transparent
Yeah.
about it with them, because it definitely has been challenging over the past couple of years. Like it's literally been so seasonal. Like there's seasons where there's just like a ramp up in work, and then there's other seasons where it's just like customers asking for estimates, and then they'll just wait months to get it done because they're saving up,
Yeah.
or like their job, they're worried about job security. And once they actually feel secure, then they start going and doing that. So during that time, I've made sure to like be able to stay busy. Like everything counts. Small repairs, big jobs, small jobs, anything that comes in, it adds to the bucket and is able to keep us afloat. And again, like you said earlier, it's about the hustle.
Yep.
Like if the business doesn't work if I don't work, like at the end of the day. And I've realized that that's not the only case just for myself. Some of like the richest, some of the wealthiest people in the world, like Elon Musk, Warren Buffett, a lot of these like older, very wealthy people, they still work to this day. So again, the needle only moves if you're over there pushing it behind it.
Well said. And now, how do you stay up to date with the latest trends and technologies in home improvement to ensure your clients receive modern and efficient solutions?
Social media. Honestly, it's been so awesome over the past couple of years. I've seen so many different like contractors across different states be able to like grow their platforms and be able to like get support from their communities and be able to like start getting sponsors. So I've like started like posting stuff on TikTok. I made a company Instagram. I'm literally just trying to like
You're everywhere.
yeah, I'm trying to be everywhere so I can see exactly what's going on in every single market, because I'm 27 years old, and I have like two different audiences like I'm trying to target. I'm trying to target the younger audience and the older audience at the same time and be able to mesh that together.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's
So
awesome.
that comes with like wholesome content and like fun and edgy stuff, but not too edgy. Yeah.
I know that you said you wanted to reach all 50 states. That's a goal of yours. But looking ahead, what are your goals for Virginia Home Services and how do you plan to continue serving and enriching the DMV community?
So, with Virginia Home Services, after this restructure, like I mentioned, this upcoming year, I definitely want to be able to start expanding. Again, I want to be able to start taking more people on, and my main goal is the DMV area. Like it says on my website, the Swiss Army knife of the DMV is the District of Columbia, Maryland, and Virginia. I want to be able to service those markets first, and be able to have a really strong foothold here. And once I build here, then be able to start transferring and start creating that network for all the different contractors to be able to go all 50 states.
Yeah.
And that's a bigger thing down the road, but what I've mainly got to focus on right now is building up the DMV area.
Yes, absolutely. Is there anything that I have not touched on that perhaps you would like to get out there, whether it's about yourself, your business, your industry? You have this opportunity to share that.
Yeah, for sure. To be quite honest, my main thing is with everything that I've learned, I really just want to be able to share the knowledge that I've acquired over the past 11 since 11 15 16 years at this point.
Yeah.
I want to be able to share that knowledge with somebody else so they don't go through the same struggles I went through. I have a really good friend of mine. We're business partners, and with him, like he just recently opened up his own company, and like we've been helping each other out. And I've had to humble myself because he's younger than me, but he just gets it so quick. Like he's just so on top of it, and his discipline and everything. I wish I would have had that when I was younger. And like I want like a younger audience to be able to understand, hey, this is very much possible. You don't have to be some 50, 60-year-old guy, with a big belly and everything to be this contractor. No, you can be young and you can be like very successful at it. You just got to be able to, one, keep up with the trends. Two, what's it called? Be able to adapt with the markets, because seasons change. It's not always going to be good. There's going to be the downturns, and you really have to be prepared for those downturns. So just like a squirrel, you have to like stack up your acorns
Yeah.
and everything. So it's just really important to be able to one, stay consistent. Two, be able to share that information to so like the younger crowd is able to create a brighter tomorrow.
Yeah.
That's really what it's about. Because I've seen so many mistakes at this point from like bigger companies, and I don't want to be able to. I don't want to cause those same mistakes. I don't want to. I just want to be able to create new solutions.
Yeah.
That way, the construction industry and everything starts getting a better rap as a whole. Because, as you know, there's a lot of shady contractors out there. There's a lot of people doing shady work. So the trust in contractors has definitely gone down over the years, especially since a lot of people like have been going out of business. They haven't been able to keep afloat. Again, that it goes back to consistency, and the knowledge, sharing the knowledge, and being able to communicate and translate that to your team. That way, everybody is able to use all the tools that you've acquired over the years.
Absolutely.
Mhm.
Well said. Well, thank you so much for being on the podcast. We really appreciate your time and you being here and sharing a lot of your experiences and your insights. It was a pleasure.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.